All right, y'all. So as you just saw, I like to walk in the garden a lot. I'm always out here, y'all. And this morning, I wasn't planning on filming, but something changed my mind. Have you ever walked in the garden and for one reason or another, you start to look at things just a little different? That happened to me not 10 minutes ago. So I was right over in this area and I'm looking at these rampicati zucchini plants. And when I knelt down to look for a pest that I thought I saw, cucumber beetle, when I looked up, the garden looked different, right? Does it make sense? Because when we walk around our gardens, we're usually, standing up. So this is the level that I'm used to seeing my garden at. But when you squat down, or you get down low and you look up, the garden takes on a whole different perspective. And that got me thinking. Today I want to kind of talk about gardening in a different way. And I think it's a way that we can make our gardens even better, our experiences out here even better, maybe even our yields even better. And that's just simply talking about looking at the garden from a different perspective, and not just height, but really looking at your garden differently. Okay, y'all, let's start with the obvious, which I kind of mentioned in the intro. Let's just state the obvious. When we walk in the garden, we are always normally standing up, I would think, and you're looking at everything from your eye level, right? So when we are, say, inspecting a plant, we are kind of usually looking at the perspective of this height, right? Wherever your eyes are. So from where we are, if we look down, we're looking at the tops of everything, right? Or, again, this is my eye level here. If we look up, then you can kind of see the undersides of things that are much higher than us. Now, the other night I was out here searching for the dreaded, because I had 3 of them, squash vine borers, moths. And when I came around this corner right here, the sun was setting over that way, and it was casting light this way. So the tops of these leaves up here were lit up. There was a moth on this leaf right here, but it was sitting like right here. I wouldn't have seen that, let's be real. I would not have seen that because of where it was, but because of me looking up and the sun helping, it cast a shadow on it. So I was able to get up there very quickly, get that thing, and take care of it. But had I not looked up, right, and been at, again, this is my eye level, but I looked up and saw it silhouetted on that leaf, well, then I wouldn't have seen it, right? That kind of got me thinking a little bit about how we always look at our gardens, right? Unless you're squatted down looking for, say, pests, like I was doing, the garden almost always remains the same for us, at least our perspective, right? But if we squat down, right, and now look up, those same leaves that we were seeing the tops of, now we're seeing the bottoms of, right? And the garden down here takes on a whole different life, because look at all this growth down here that you cannot really see from up here. So where am I going with this, right? Like Chad, like, get to the point, dude. Okay, I think I'm getting to the point. In regards to pests, pests don't normally hang out on top of plants, on top of leaves, saying, hey, come kill me, come get me. They're usually hiding. So if you're on a search for pests, if you happen to see a pest, and now you're inspecting your plants, once you squat down, that area, that plant, those leaves, that ecosystem that you're searching through takes on a different perspective. And you can start seeing the garden in a different way, which I think is just fantastic, especially if you're a gardening nerd like me. If you find nature to be just absolutely fascinating, and I'm sorry I'm looking around, y'all, there's a lot going on out here, then you can kind of appreciate what I'm saying. But there's also a benefit to it. You're searching from different angles, looking for different things. You could be looking for new growth. You could be looking for a disease, pests, production, things growing. But again, it just takes on a different perspective once you change, in this case, your height. Now, let's talk about a different way to look at the garden and look at things in a different way. I just got done talking about looking at your gardens from a different height perspective, right? One thing I didn't mention real quick is that when you're down low, you can also see if you need to thin out plants, if they're overcrowded, if there's not enough airflow. Because from up top, you might think everything's fine. But if you squat down and you try to look through, say a tomato bed, an indeterminate tomato bed that needs good airflow down below where the stem is to help ward off funguses and diseases and all that, changing your perspective, your height, will help you do that. Also, stepping back and looking at the garden can also do that, which is where I'm going with this point right here. I think most of us can agree, and you know what, let me use a different example here I just thought of, because most of the time I like to sit right over here in all this craziness and look out at the garden. Let me show you. So normally when I come outside, I sit on my patio, have my coffee or whatever, and I'm just looking at the garden. And from this perspective, I mean, look how beautiful everything looks, right? They're growing, the garden is starting to come to life, and everything looks great, right? But if you start to zoom in from this wider perspective to a more narrow, zoned in perspective, things change. From back here, you can't really see. You can kind of see those green beans hanging right there, right? Now that I've pointed them out, you can kind of see them. But if you come in closer and you really start looking, look at all the green beans that I've missed, y'all. I didn't even see those, and look how big they are. They're ready to harvest. Crazy, right? Or how about this example that got me the other day? I'm looking at this area, looking for peppers and stuff, but didn't see the yellow bush beans, yellow wax beans that are growing. And that's because I'm looking at everything from up here. And from up here, you can't really see it, right? But when you get closer and you zoom down in, look what we've got growing. So perspective does not just mean the way that you're looking at the garden physically. I want to talk about how you look at the garden in a more mental state. In other words, if you have one issue, let me point out another example. If I came outside and I saw that one leaf and I started freaking out on that one leaf, like what is going on? What caused that? Gosh, the plant's about to die. What apocalyptic nightmare did I just fall into? Y'all, calm down. Calm down. Take a step back, right? And then look with a different set of eyes. Yeah, one leaf is bad, but look at all the growth on the rest of the plant, right? If you step back and really look at your garden as a whole, as opposed to one specific thing, or there might be a few specific things out there that just kind of drive you nuts, or you start freaking out about, or oh my gosh, I saw this squash vine borer, now the whole garden's gone, or I got powdery mildew, now I got to take everything out. You know what I mean? Like step back. Instead of focusing strictly on one thing, step back. And your garden then does not just become that one leaf that's bad. You can start looking at everything as a whole, completely different. When I first started gardening, I'm not gonna lie, I'm gonna be completely honest here. If I saw one bug that I knew was a pest, I started to freak out. Now, I didn't start having like panic attacks or anything, but I started to freak out because I was like, oh, if there's one, there's 1,000. Well, if there's 1,000, there's 1,000,000. Or if I had a hole in one leaf because, we have caterpillars that will show up and, they like to eat leaves. Well, then I start freaking out again. What's bringing in the caterpillar? Oh my gosh. Why is it on this one leaf? What's special about this one leaf? Why is this plant like this? Oh my word, the whole garden's gone. I might as well just go inside. I'm done. No. I'm not gonna lie, I'd kind of freak out a little bit. But as you get older, I won't say that. as you get more experienced in gardening, you can start looking at things a little bit different. And that's what I'm talking about, a perspective. Don't just focus on the negative and just lose your mind over the one negative thing. Step back and look at the whole picture. Change your perspective on gardening. I know I always preach about when you come outside, always be looking for pests, always be looking for disease, always be looking for what you can prevent or cut off at the pass, those kind of things. That is important. But it's also important to slow down and appreciate what you have growing in your garden. That's the most important thing. Appreciate what you have growing. And then address what specifically you need to address. Hear me on this. Just change the way you look at your gardening and the way that you garden. If you can overlook the little things and focus on the big picture, I promise you, this journey that we're on, this gardening journey that we're on, will not be as stressful, even at the beginning. You just got to change your perspective. And I like to honestly focus on the good and then hone in on the specifics, but I don't let the specifics freak me out and take my joy, because this is my happy place. Let's see. Look at that bird. It's about 12 feet from me. It's probably telling me to get out of here so it can eat. Yep, see? Feel like Snow White, drawing in all the birds. Except I'm not Snow White. All right, y'all, final point right here, and then we'll be done. I want to talk about time. Now, what are you talking about here, Chad? Okay, time perspective, right? What do we always focus on as gardeners? We focus on first and last expected frost dates. Planting guides for this plant, time requirements, right? Now, if you get focused and honed in on all the time specifics to gardening, y'all, you're going to lose your minds. You're going to need spreadsheets. You're going to need all kinds of stuff. Also, with time, you can also get yourself so wrapped up in the fact that, okay, I planted this crop or this plant a month ago. Why isn't it growing? Right? I'm guilty. Now, again, with time, it's really easy. You can come out in your garden and you can look around. You're like, man, I planted everything a month ago. Things are alive, but are they growing? I mean, seriously, what did I do? What did I mess up? What book didn't I read? What website didn't I follow? Whose channel steered me wrong? Or why wasn't I paying attention to this, that, or the other? Yo, calm down. Calm down. Calm down. Focus on this part right here. I'm going to give you an example real quick. Now, a month ago, the plant that I'm about to show you, which is my hashtag Single Seed Challenge 2026 tomato plant, was alive. It didn't do anything for a month. Anything for a month. It stayed alive, but it didn't do anything for a month. And I'm not joking. A good 4 weeks. So even I started thinking, man, I'm just cursed with this one specific tomato plant. But give things time, right? Look at time in a different perspective. Is what you're stressing out about still alive? Great. Okay. Take that as a minor win, correct? Now, a month later, it's kind of hard to see the plant because of all the growth around it, but there's the tomato plant right there. Look at it. Looks gorgeous, right? Probably tripled in size. Seriously. In probably the last 9 days. In fact, just to give a point, that clip was at the top of the plant when I put that clip on. So look at it now. In fact, I need to move that clip because what's it really doing? But time, right? Look at time in a different perspective. Don't always focus on the fact that, according to this website or the seed packet or whatever, once you plant it, you have 4 days and it should be sprouting, and in 7 days it should be Y'all, just step back. Allow the time aspect to just kind of go away. Are your plants growing? Yes. Even if they're growing slow. Are they alive? Yes. Are they growing? Yes. Then take those small victories, and don't focus on all the time specific requirements or guidelines or all that. Just step back and look at things from a different, I know I've said this probably 30 or 40 times in this video, from a different perspective, a more laid back, no stress, just enjoying what we have growing. And as I'm filming this, seriously, from this angle, check out the bean plants, y'all. Look at them just growing up that trellis all the way up to the top. Look at that. So I'm looking across the top of most of the bean plants right here, looking up, just a completely different perspective of the garden. In wrapping up this video, let me say this. In the time that we've been out here filming and walking through my garden, and I'm showing you the garden, has anything really changed out here? Has anything grown since we've been standing here that's noticeable? No, right? But in talking about this and sharing with you all my view on all this, has my perspective of the garden changed? Yes. And I'll venture to say, if you watched this video to the end, the next time you walk out in your garden, you are more than likely going to see your garden in a different way, right? Just remember, what you don't see today doesn't mean nothing's grown. What you see today doesn't mean that the whole thing's gonna, die because you got one leaf that's bad, or 3 leaves that's bad, or you saw 4 different types of pests. Step back, look at everything as a whole, and just enjoy the journey that we're on. Don't let the stress of what gardening can bring to you affect you. Let the stress go and bring in the relaxing, laid back, down home. That's why I put that in the name of my channel, down home. Relaxing, soothing, just don't worry about anything. Go in your garden, be out there, and just enjoy the journey that you're on. And look at things slightly different. I guarantee it's going to help you up here if you get stressed out over a lot of things when it comes to gardening. Just change the way you look at things. Trust me. All right, everyone, so that's the end of the video. I hope you all enjoyed it. I hope you got something out of it. Hope you learned something. If nothing else, I truly hope that when you walk in your garden the next time, or the rest of this year, or for whenever, that you truly can see things differently based off of your own experience and kind of what I've pointed out here in this video. And if that is the case, do me the 5 favors, y'all. Share, like, comment, hype, and subscribe to this channel if you've not done so already, and join this fast-growing community of like-minded gardeners here on YouTube. And with everything behind me, so y'all can see it as I'm walking out, as always, y'all take care. May God continue to bless each and every one of you, your gardens, and the way that you look at your gardens from now on. And I'll talk to you again real soon. Bye.